What's up guys, Jacob Owens here for the Buff Nerds. Recently, I just directed a music video for Dizzy Wright. So the DP, Tom Taher, is gonna walk you through how we lit the video, how we shot it, and yeah, I hope this video is very informative and it helps a lot of you guys know what goes into and how you light and shoot a professional industry music video. Enjoy guys.
Hey, what's going on guys? This is Thomas Taher, the DP of the Dizzy Wright and Jazz Laser music video. I'm going to jump right in. Basically, I have a handful of stills from this video. These are behind the scene photos. I'm also going to intercut some footage from the actual video. But by looking at some of these behind the scene photos, you can kind of see some of the lights, some of the gear, and I can break down some of the setups. All right, let's jump in. So for this frame, we are shooting on a Red Dragon. We had an 18 to 100 zoom lens. It was a vintage K35, and yeah, we found that shooting on a zoom for music videos is pretty efficient. You know, I think as many as you may know, music videos are very ambitious. You're working with a lot of different people's schedules, and you know, you have so many different setups. So by shooting on a zoom, it was pretty nice just being able to snap in a few degrees. If an 18 was too wide, we can go into like a 20 mil or 21. You know, you can really finesse the shot size. So we found this lens was perfect for yeah, really just getting through the day. And it also offered a lot of really cool flares, so I'll kind of show you that later on. But yeah, this was our setup. We were on Steadicam. And yeah, just to get going, we have a neon sign that we had made for the video. And when you look at the neon sign, there's sort of two colors. There's a pink and cyan. So on the right over here, I had two different sky panels. One actually set to pink and one set to cyan. There's a function on the sky panel which allows you to dial in the hue of the light, and hue just means, you know, if you've ever colored in Lightroom or Photoshop, hue allows you to change the actual color of the light. So we were able to really dial that in to kind of match this neon sign right here. Behind the neon sign, you can kind of see these beams coming out. What we had was a kind of a movie projector that you'd pick up at like an electronics store, and just behind it we had a MacBook Pro playing a QuickTime on loop. And when you have haze, it kind of actually backlights the haze, and it offered like a really cool pattern that ended up kind of backlighting these guys. And then yeah, with the sky panel, we were able to kind of, you know, mimic that coming from this side too. And a lot of people were asking what these lights were. These ones actually, you don't really rent the lights themselves. We hired someone who actually came out with all these lights, and these are LED strips meant for film, you know, because some LED strips that you pick up on Amazon aren't the best in terms of like color fidelity, but these were intended for film. They don't flicker. You can kind of see all the ballast and stuff right here, which we framed out, but this allowed us to change them from 5,000 Kelvin, which you can kind of see right here, but also a lot of really cool color chase effects that you can see right here. So this actually offered a really nice kind of uplight for these guys. And yeah, we were going for sort of like a vintagey, you know, 80s dance floor, and this really helped us create that effect.
Ooh, it wasn't with it, now they rocking with a kid. You got that workout body, you in shape. I am not easily impressed. Dress hugging on to that ass like, why you even get dressed? Okay, let me play with it, play with it. Yoga being for me and my pot. She like to twerk when she do her squats.
So this is the next frame I want to break down. This is a nice wide shot. You can kind of see the set we were shooting in. We had both Jazz and Dizzy, and we set them up sort of in the center. You know, I don't know what you'd call this in a boxing gym, but you can kind of see there's punching bags and different things in the foreground, and we really like the actual structure of it. So you know, you can see these LED lights are around the perimeter, and these ones were actually set to white. I know on the previous setup you can kind of see that we had different colors and stuff, but this one we just had set to more of a white light. You can kind of see when you're balanced to like 56 Kelvin, or I think we were around 5,000 Kelvin, but you know, these daylight units really appear quite white, and that was sort of the look we were going for. This right here is a sky panel. We weren't actually using this to key. We actually had this on like a DMX flash mode. So for, you know, I think the photographer caught this right when it was coming on. So this was sort of creating like a, you know, when you use your flash on your DSLR, it creates like a really kind of a paparazzi flash. So this was sort of going throughout the take, which was really nice because it ended up backlighting and sort of giving like a nice little edge to these guys. Up here, we have 4-foot Quasars. These were nice. We had these on dimmers so we can kind of dial them in, and we were just kind of trying to use that to create kind of a nice top light. So these were set to 56K, which, like I said before, kind of helped match the LED lights that we had going on. So everything was a very nice kind of like white, cool look. And to kind of go for like a warm, cool teal and orange color palette, in camera we actually had a Source 4 Lico with quarter straw, and that kind of helped give a nice, illumination to all the haze that we had and give these guys a nice backlight. So this just behind Dizzy right here is a Source 4, which is 3200 Kelvin. And yeah, I'll show you the clip of this setup right now.
Hit him with the pose, drop back version. I like that. Yoga beam. I might make your knees touch your chin. Hit him with the pose, let it begin. Keep working. Drop back version. I like that. Yoga beam. Might make your knees touch your chin.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm going to break down this next frame here. First thing you'll notice is a wet down. Wet down means when you put water on the floor of your scene. We did this with a mop bucket, but it can easily be done with a water truck or whatever you have access to. And for those of you who have not done a wet down, really what the simplest thing it does is it actually creates reflections. As you can kind of see right here, the light right here is being reflected. You can see this light is being reflected from underneath the bench. And yeah, honestly, I just use it as a trick to sort of make the set and scene feel a bit more dynamic, because you can see the reflections of your talent. You can see the reflections of the lights, and yeah, I think it looked pretty good. The lights in frame, once again, we are using those LED strips. These aren't something that we purchased. We had someone come out. We'll link him in the bio below. His name's Wayland Productions. He came out, he killed it. He set us up for this scene with 56 Kelvin, which is the color balance, more of a white light, if you will, depending on what your camera is set to. But yeah, in this frame, these are a bit more cooler. These are 56K. I'll write that out. 56K. Then we had a Source 4 Lico stuck all the way up, and then it's sort of backlighting all of this haze. So a Source 4 is about a 750. That's about the wattage it pulls. But yeah, we use that to sort of backlight this haze, and it was a nice color contrast, because these are more of a white light and the backlight was a bit warmer. So I'm sure you've heard of like teal and orange or warmer cool. We were just trying to create some color contrast. These are 4-foot Quasars, also set to 3200. So the lockers, we kind of put them in a couple of them just to kind of create like a nice warmer glow. And then here you'll see a sky panel. The sky panel is also set to 56K. And this is just sort of giving like a nice sidey key to our subject right here. And it kind of gives a little bit more of like a kind of a spicier edge. And yeah.
Drop that so high, get contact. Yeah, you my type, like it when you do it like that. Yeah, exercise, you gon' get a workout. Yeah, bend them thighs, you gon' have to twerk now.
All right, so that was the breakdown. Appreciate Tom for doing the breakdown. If you guys like the video or it helped, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. Make sure you stay tuned into all the content we have dropping on this channel. Appreciate you guys for watching. Again, Jacob Owens for the Buff Nerds, and I'm out.